Empowered by the holy light and the undying strength of their convictions, the Draenei led the charge against the demonic Burning Legion in Outland. Now, with the Legion's defeat, they have completed the desperate mission that first brought them to Azeroth. Though some Draenei were sent back to Outland to revitalize their former civilization, the majority have vowed to remain and uphold their sacred commitment to the Alliance. Driven by a powerful vision, the immortal prophet Velen believes that a great war between the darkness and the light is fast approaching, and that Azeroth will be its principal battleground. As one of Velen's chosen, you must stand bravely before the Shadow and ensure that your people are ready for the war to come.
The Naru have not forgotten.
You survived. Never mind my injuries, sister. It's a miracle that any of us are alive. It didn't look like you'd pull through. You've been in suspension for weeks. Something happened and the Exodar crashed. Many have died. But I'm relieved that you were alive, Neflewitz. With you leading our efforts, I'm sure we'll get to safety soon. Proentius asked me to send you to him when you awoke. He's waiting for you at the bottom of the hill. Just follow the path southwest.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
The Draenei are really cool in that they're space goat squids, but they don't have a lot of lore outside of the Burning Crusade expansion. And they've always been around, but none of them have ever really gotten to take center stage in any of the recent expansions. But hopefully with Warlords of Draenor coming...
May the light embrace you.
Neflewitz, by my eternal soul, it is good to see you. I don't know why the Exodar crashed. Only those of us that were in this part of the ship remain. There's not much time if we're to save everyone that we can. Our immediate concern is the depleted state of our healing crystals. We must replenish them quickly. Unfortunately, the only way to do this at this point is to extract the blood from the local Veil moths. Their blood will make for a suitable substitute. These moths can be found in many places around the Veil, but they are mostly concentrated in the northwest.
Do not lose faith.
Sweet. And I'm going to take this time to get equipped. This is some bind on account leveling heirloom gear. That I decided to throw on this character because I don't want to have to worry about the state that my gear is in while doing this, because it's just a fun side thing. Veil Moth, so. Yeah. Even if I didn't have all of this gear to help me out, which I don't think, never mind. We do have +4 strength from our gear. Even without this stuff to help me out. It's like, see that violence died pretty fast. I don't know why I attacked him though, because I don't have a quest for it. Yeah, already level 2. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to freeze my levels a couple times doing this adventure. And we only need one more vial. Oh no, it's a Draenei survivor. I would heal you, but I'm gonna get a quest to come back and heal you later, so... just endure the pain until then, I guess. It's always something I disliked about MMOs. You walk past people in peril, but because you don't have a quest, you either can't interact with them or
Remember the lesson.
just have no need to. So, and you're not rewarded for it in any way at all. So most people are just like, not gonna bother. Dude trapped under some rocks? Too bad. Not my problem.
Arcanon Poros. Dionys
Yep,
Hakar.
here we go.
May your days be long.
Now we can go back and help that dude.
Blessings upon you.
Basically what those two quests were. I need to get out of the habit of just accepting things and running off after them. Basically what those two things were, hey, thanks for helping so far. Go use your racial ability to save someone, because we're blessed by the Naru, and we can channel their healing energies. And also, go speak with this botanist, so we can make more healing potions.
Arcanon Poros.
The irradiated power cores from the Exodar have been wreaking havoc on the environment here. The most obvious effect has been the appearance of the strange creatures that seem to have sprung up near them. There may be something we can do to help them now, but now their sheer numbers are becoming too much for us to handle. I'd like you to go out and cull their numbers somewhat, and perhaps I'll have another idea after giving it some thought. So basically, this chick doesn't even know what she's doing. She's just having to go kill stuff, because there's too many things. Wow, I parried at level 2. I didn't think my chance to parry would be that high. Fortunately, these guys fold like a hot knife through butter. Fold like a hot knife through butter? I don't think that was the correct version of that saying. Hey, told you I'd be back. Now run free. So, it's a little bit of a shame that there isn't a lot of, like, Draenei cultural gear in the game. Because there's a couple different sets you can go as a Blood Elf, to make yourself look more Blood Elf. Yay, level 3, and we got Charge. This is going to make things a lot easier. But for Draenei, there's really only like one set, maybe two, in the entire game to make you look, you know, crystals, because that's the Draenei motif, is crystals everywhere. There's really only like 2 sets in the game. One of which is from Burning Crusade, and the other is in Cataclysm. Is the tier 13, I want to say. Oh, darn it. I forgot to read that quest. Well, it must be done. The nearby lake has been contaminated by one of the ship's power crystals. Many of the plants and animals of Almond Vale have been mutated because of this. I have a theory on how to heal the lake, but I must have samples from the mutated lashes for analysis. They can be found to the west in the Almond Fields. Will you help me, warrior? Of course. Because we are a hero.
Blessings upon you.
The Almond Fields to the west are the primary breeding ground of the local lasher population, but the corruption of the water table from the nearby lake. Oh, With the corruption of the water table from the nearby lake, botanist Terex is worried that the lashers will not be able to repopulate themselves once we've cleansed the lake. Go to the almond fields and pick some of the corrupted flowers for me so that I might take a look at them and see what can be done. You should be able to identify them by their uncharacteristic red petals. Okay. Let's go inside and see what awaits us. With our good buddy, dude that walks around trying to heal people. Zalduni Rooney.
Each
The
day
light to be
is a blessing.
praised. You've done what only a true heroine could have done, Neflewitz. The Draenei you saved owes their continued life to your selfishness. Please take this supply pouch. You look like you could use it more than I.
Be well.
And we just got our first bag. Besides our backpack. Core, the warrior trainer.
The Legion will fall.
Let's start your training right away. As you get more experience in combat, you'll start to develop more techniques. Go, get some more experience, learn something new, and demonstrate it on the dummies to the northwest. Reach level 3, which we've done.
Good health,
Get charged, which we've done. And charge some training dummies. Boop. This one. 3. No path available. So charge works on a path system. So you have to have an available path to get to something. Whereas some skills just like throw you forward. So if you were trying to charge someone on the other side of like a cliff or something that were really close together, you wouldn't be able to do it. Just because there's literally no path that the game can see, even if it only takes like a tiny jump to cross the gap.
Chronokai Christor.
Keep that technique handy, Neflewitz. I find myself using it all the time.
Do not lose faith.
And so will we. Charge and shield bash will be our bread and butter. And we'll end most fights before they begin. Okay. Now we need to go get those lasher samples and corrupted flowers. Although, seeing this zone brings back a lot of memories, because I was a bit of an altaholic during the Burning Crusade in vanilla. I actually never hit cap in vanilla. I hit cap in the Burning Crusade, but I did play on quite a few of my friends' keys during vanilla. Because I was grounded all the time, and they weren't. So they actually had time to go. But I do give them props for the graphical jump from TBC or from vanilla to the Burning Crusade, simply because every expansion it looks better and better, but they really put in a lot of effort to try and upgrade the ground textures in a lot of zones. Which, when you look at it, take the time, it doesn't look like it's that detailed, but like the more you scale out, the better it looks. And most players play with either this perspective somewhere around here, or a perspective like this. This is a raider's perspective. PvPers tend to be a little bit more pulled in, but not too much from what I've seen. These guys just crumple under this heirloom gear. I'd be having a much more significantly harder time if this character was not wearing heirlooms. Alright, so we've got our 10 samples and our 3 flowers. We are going to run back. Run, run, run. While running does take a while, and sometimes is really boring and tedious, I kind of enjoy it because it preserves a largeness to the world. Like, if you have to actually take time to get to somewhere, you know, it feels like the world is a bigger place than it actually is, which was one reason why I really loved EverQuest for a very long time. It was just because they didn't have mounts for, like, 4 expansions. Yeah, I think it was the 3rd or 4th expansion that finally introduced mounts. And even then, a lot of people weren't actually, like, able to buy them because they were really expensive. So, you know, you had a few mobility spells, but not very many. I'll need all of the samples in good condition if we're going to have a chance of cleansing the lake. We don't have much time, warrior. Why did you call me by my class? Darn it, I did it again.
To those less fortunate.
No, I guess not. Healing the lake.
Day is a
Thank
blessing.
goodness, I think it'll work. I have an agent for you to spread at the Silverline Lake to the south. It will neutralize the effects of the irradiated ship's power crystal that fell there. Swim out and scatter the neutralizing agent near it. Don't worry, you won't be exposed long enough to become irradiated.
Good health, long life.
Long life. I don't think I can do a female giant eye voice. That's why I'm just not even trying.
Open your heart.
Hello,
to the
warrior.
light.
Do you have those flowers yet? So I go British. These look like fine specimens. Thank you for performing the field work. Once I can find the time to neutralize these, I should be able to tell what it will take to restore the fields.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Okay. And I'm going to break it here. And I will see you in the next episode.